Hello, Alden. Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
good evening.
Good evening. How are
Yeah,
you,
I'm
Alden?
good.
You're good? Did you work in the office
Yeah,
today or just stay at home?
yeah, I am still work from home.
Work from home. I see. So, is this something that you arrange with the company that all of you will work at home, or is there a certain days that you have to work and go out in the site?
Yes, I uh, I am in yearly state
Mm-mm.
yearly state of project.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Mm.
so I mainly my work mainly related to solving legal issue
Mm-mm.
project.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I see. Okay, thank you for sharing, Alden. So today, I'm not sure. Did we learn lesson number 2 yesterday? We did, right? So we talk about
yeah,
numbers. We talk about how do we interpret numbers, right? In decimal point, in year, in thousands or in millions, ordinal numbers as well. Okay, so that's what we learned yesterday. So today we will be talking about explaining accounts. Okay,
yeah,
explaining accounts. So there. So look at this picture. So I have a, this is an accountant. So you could see from the picture it says there, here, it says CPA, right? CPA. So that is an
yeah,
accountant. So one day, I'll tell you a funny story about this one. So a young accountant, that man, right? He's fresh out of college, is interviewed by the owner of a small business. So the woman in the picture is applying for a job. Okay, the man in the picture is the owner of the business. The owner of the business said, I need someone with an accounting degree. So the woman said, but mainly, or else rather, the man said, I want someone with accounting degree. But mainly, I'm looking for someone to do my worrying for me. So it means this business owner has a lot of problems in his company. Okay, so he is facing a lot of problems in his company. He said, I
yeah,
have lots of things to worry about, but I want someone else to worry about money matters. So he is looking for someone to worry for him, especially about money. Okay, and then the woman, which is an accountant, says, okay, how much are you offering? So the woman, the applicant is asking, how much are you going to pay me? Okay, and then the man or the owner of the business said, you can start at $75,000 a year, says the owner. Okay, wow, says the woman, the applicant. That's a great salary. How can a business like yours afford to pay so much? Then the man answered, that is your first worry. All right?
yeah.
So there. So, what is the first worry the man mentioned? So, in our story, what is the first worry that the man mentioned?
Mm, I think the first worry of the man, the businessman, is
he's gonna make.
uh, uh, how can how can a how can a business uh,
How can the business?
how can the business like like the young accountant
Mm-mm.
afford to pay?
Yes, exactly. Very good, Alden.
Yeah.
That's correct. So his first worry is that making enough money for the company so that the owner of the business could pay high salary for the applicant or for her as the candidate, right? As an applicant. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So there. So sometimes, right? So in our lives, we worry too much that we were not able to think of the solutions anymore. Okay? So today, we're gonna learn about what is an account. Okay? Why is account important in a business? Okay? So let's have some review first. So yesterday we talked about the following: decimal point, we talk about commas, sum of money, and we talk about years, how to read
Yes.
numbers in years also. Good. So can you read the following as part of our review?
Okay. Uh, First, 0.345
Mm-hmm.
30 million 5,000
570.
30,500
No, 30 million.
30 30 million 574,000 321
Very good. That's correct.
um, $65 and 98 cents
Very good.
2080 2018.
Yeah, okay. Or we can read the year 2018 or 2018. That's
2000.
okay. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Very good on that. So it sounded like you were able to remember all the things that we talked about yesterday. Good job. So there.
Yeah.
Can we read the meaning of an account? So for our today's topic, let's start with vocabulary. What do we mean by accounts based on what you see?
Yeah. Accounts mean financial records of an organization that register all financial transactions and must be kept in its principal office or play a business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, do we understand the meaning of accounts? So, this is a financial record as it's stated on the meaning, right? So, every
Yeah.
company must have an accounts. Okay? So, all the financial matters will fall under one account. Okay? So sometimes if this
Yeah.
is a big company, they would have multiple accounts. But of course, those multiple accounts are still associated to the company. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
So, do you have any other questions about this?
No.
No questions. Okay. All right. So, let's continue. So, here. So, these are parts of the account. Okay? So, let's read the meaning of the following and let's talk about it. Working capital. What do we mean by working capital?
Yeah. Working capital, the capital of a business that is used in its day-to-day trading operations.
Mm-hmm.
Mean current assets minus current liability.
Okay. So, for example, when you say working capital, this is the money that's circulating in the business. So,
Mm,
current asset is whatever whatever money you invest in the company. For example, you invested $1 million in the company. So that's where you deducted all your liabilities. Rent, salary of the people, something like that. So that is working capital. Okay?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
profit
okay.
and the liability comes together. So hand in hand, they circulate. Okay? Return asset. What do we mean by this?
Return on assets, an indicator of how profitable a company is relative to its total assets.
Okay.
I mean, net income divide total assets.
All right. Okay, can we say this again? Relative.
Relative.
Yeah, relative meaning associated to its total asset. Okay, so return on asset. For example, we invested 1 million in the company, and then
Yeah.
after 5 years, you already get your 1 million plus you have your business standing. So it means that your asset or your capital has been returned already, and this business is your asset already. Okay, this is already your investment, right? Because even though you were able to get already your capital, the business is still there. Okay, so that's why it says net income is equivalent to is divided into the total assets. Okay,
Total
so
assets.
meaning
Yeah.
net income, that's the earnings. Okay, debt or asset ratio.
A determination of the percent of a business assets that are financed by using debt. I mean, total debt divide the total assets.
Okay. So, there's no such thing as company who doesn't have debt. Okay? So, we always borrow money, we always borrow capital so that we can circulate the money of the company. Right? So, we borrow money from banks, we borrow money from stakeholders, we borrow money from microfinancing or big financing company. Okay, and then little by little, as the company grow, as the company earn, then we would go ahead and return it, and that becomes our liability. Okay, so debt.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so there. So these are the meaning of the following words in your own language. Can you read them? Read it in English and read it in Vietnamese.
Yeah. Working capital.
Okay.
Vốn lưu động, vốn lưu chuyển.
Okay. Capital. Can you say that again? Capital.
Capital.
Yes. Next.
Return on assets. Hệ số thu nhập trên tài sản.
Okay.
Debt. Asset ratio. Chỉ số tổng nợ trên tổng số tài sản. Okay.
Okay. All right. So here. So for our first exercise, I want you to come up with a word. So from verb, it could be a noun also. Like for example, to predict. In noun, if it becomes a noun, it becomes prediction. Okay?
Prediction.
Yeah.
Okay.
To predict becomes prediction. So, for the word payment.
Payment. Verb to pay.
Very good. To pay. Good job. Okay? Alright, next. Comparison.
Comparison. To compare.
Compare. Good job.
Yeah. Calculation. Calculate.
Calculate. Good job. Okay?
To expect. Expectation.
Expectation. Right. Okay.
indication, indication to indicate,
Indicate. Good job.
expand, expansion, expansion,
Expansion.
expand,
Expand.
to
Very good.
to expand,
To expand.
to perform, performation,
Okay, so performance.
performance.
Performance. Okay. All right. So I want you to pick three words. It could be a verb, it could be a noun, and use it in a sentence. Three words.
Mm, can you,
Yeah.
sorry,
Can you
can you repeat that?
can you pick three words from our list? Three words from our list and make a sentence. For example,
Mix sentence.
yeah,
Three of all.
three
Two, three.
no, three words. For example, I choose payment. Okay? I
Yeah.
made my payment in the bank. So that's one word I use. I use one word, payment. Okay? In order to pay for my debt, I use a bank-to-bank transaction. So pay, to pay, and payment. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so can you pick one more word and then use it in a sentence?
Yeah.
Choose. You can use comparison, calculation, expect.
Yeah. I choose compare.
To compare, okay? Use
Yeah.
to compare in a sentence.
Um, my father, my father always compare me with mm, with other.
Mm-hmm. Okay. My father always compare me,
Yeah, my parents
compare me
always compare me.
with
Uh,
other children or other children or other kids, something like that.
other kid. Yeah.
Okay, all right, good one. That's a good sentence. One more. Pick another word.
Mm, um, expect,
Expect. Okay.
expect. Um, I expect I will. I expect I have a higher salary after 1 year.
Hmm. I expect to receive high salary
With the
after
high salary
1 year.
after 1 year.
Okay. All right. Good one. Okay. At least you have the idea. Good one. One last.
Yeah. Expand.
Expand.
Yeah. Mm, I I try to I try to hardly learning and learn. I try to hardly learn. I try to learn English to to have to have expansion for vocabulary.
Okay. To expand my vocabulary. Okay? I'm trying very
Yeah.
hard. I heard you say hard, right? So I hope that this is what you mean. I'm trying very hard to learn English to expand my vocabulary.
vocabulary.
Is this the
Yeah.
one that you like to say? This is what you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Good job on that. Thank you. So now let's proceed
Yeah.
to our next exercise. Okay? So now that we learned here, this one, to predict, prediction, to pay, payment, to compare, comparison, to calculate, calculation, to expect, expectation, to indicate, indication, to expand, expansion, to perform, performance. Let's now
Yeah.
use them in a sentence. Okay? I want you to pick the appropriate word based on what we learned from the other slide to complete the sentence.
Yeah. Everything is working out just as Tom pre- predict
Yeah.
prediction
Predicted. Very good. Predicted.
predicted
Mm-hmm.
predicted. Just see if the trend was upward on toward perform
What we're comparing, right? Upward or downward. We're comparing the trend.
compared to
So what do we use?
see the chance
They did a, what's the other term? Verb for compare. To compare is,
they did a compare
yeah, noun, noun.
comparison
No, what is the noun for to compare? Do you remember?
don't work
The noun for
compensation
to compare,
comparison
comparison. Okay, comparison. Okay, they did a
yeah.
comparison to see if the trend was upward or downward. Okay, number 3.
Mm. The income in this year don't meet the income in this year don't meet our expectation.
Very good. That's right. Expectation. Next one.
Currently, I am putting effort to into
Oh,
expand
expanding.
expandation
Expanding.
expanding
My vocabulary. All right. Last one.
humor you're dirty humor humor
Performance. Performance. What is the verb?
humor yeah humor
Very good.
perform your
Yes,
duty oh
exactly. You must perform your duty. Okay? Alright,
duty
so now,
duty
one
yeah
last task. I want you to, from the same slide, from the same words that we are learning, what is the word or guess the word based on pictures? It could be a verb or it could be a noun. So
yeah
it's like that. So it's
number five
number
number five
5.
mean predict
Yes, very good. Predict or prediction. All right.
number four mean pay
All right. Pay,
payment
to pay or payment. Okay.
or payment yeah
Pay or payment.
number three comparison
Compare, comparison. All right.
number two uh, calculate calculate calculate
Uh-huh.
calculation
Very good.
mm, Number one, number one, indicate, indi- indicate,
Indication.
indication.
Yeah. However, that is expand. You know, it's like it's a close like
Mm,
that, and then it opens, so it expands. So
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
I know, I
that's
see.
it. Okay. All right. So did we learn something tonight about accounts? So
Yeah,
right. Okay. So these are some of the vocabularies that we learned. Okay. So expand, expansion, calculate, calculation, compare,
relation, compare,
comparison,
comparison,
pay,
pay, payment,
and predict, prediction.
prediction.
Very good. Do you have any questions, Alvin?
Account, working capital,
Yeah,
return on assets,
debt, asset.
debt, asset ratio.
These are the things that we learn from our vocabulary, which we talk about, okay? And for our grammar, we learn
Okay,
that some words can be verb and the same word could be noun also, okay? They can form on several regular words using nouns, okay? All right.
yeah, okay,
Questions? No more?
okay,
No questions. All right. So if you don't have questions, I just want to make some comments on the way you are studying, your style of studying, the way I see it. So, Alden, I can see that you're very intelligent. Your comprehension is very good. Whenever I
yeah,
ask you or expand or ask you to guess the word or something, you were able to capture them immediately. So that's a good one. Okay?
yeah,
So there. So
yeah,
the
thank you.
yeah, the
Yeah,
comprehension was very good. However, so we need to focus one, actually two things. One, I want you to focus more on your pronunciation. I know you're very
yeah,
anxious whenever you are speaking English, but don't be. Okay? Make it very
yeah,
natural. Talk to me if you want to talk to me. Ask me if you want to ask some questions that you do not understand, or if there are words that you want to express but you cannot express it. Just give me the keyword, and I will try to help you create your sentence like what I was doing a while
yeah,
ago. Okay, so that's a good one. And then another thing is, I want you to feel very comfortable whenever you are talking to me. Okay? Don't be shy. If you are committing mistakes, that's okay because I am here to help. All right, Alden? So there.
okay, yeah,
And next time we will be listening to some audios also. And in those audios, you would hear really foreign native English speakers. So in that way, you can also enhance your listening skills. All right? So and that will
all
be in
right,
the near
okay,
future. So I hope that this material is helping you a lot to gain more vocabularies about businesses, and this material will help you a lot also to be more confident in speaking English. Okay?
yes,
All right.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Alden.
Yeah,
So that will be all for tonight. I will see you again tomorrow. Okay?
yeah,
Bye,
see you,
Alden. Good
see you.
night.
Good night.